Haryana government for the same and saying that the parole should be cancelled. Let me remind you, as a DCW chief was also pointing it out, a man who is also who is already being convicted in the rape case as well as in the murder case is out on parole and now making out the videos, joining the people in the virtual satsang. That's something which is becoming a controversy. On the other hand, let me also remind you that this is also being questioned about the timing of the parole, because this is when we talk about the last parole, it was at the time of the Punjab election, and there the Rashtrapati election was also there. Later it is when we are talking about this one on time, this is near to the civic polls in Haryana. So that's something which has been connected by the opposition parties, and there they are targeting this particular parole, and the Haryana government is being targeted by the opposition leader there. If you talk about the BJP, till now there is no response from the Bharatiya Janata Party, because Bharatiya Janata Party is ruling the state of Haryana. So as of till now there is no reaction. I am reporting live from the Bagpat Dera. This is where at this point in time where Baba Ram Rahim is. He is very much inside, and today also, let me tell you what I have been told, he has joined a virtual program. So he is doing his virtual satsang. He is continuously coming out with a video, what we have seen, and he is going to do that. Other than that, making some announcement that if we talk about this particular chair, that who is going to rule this particular empire of Baba, then this has been stated by Baba Ram Rahim that he is going to be there on the chair. He was there and he is going to stay on that. So that is something which has been made in very much clear by Baba Ram Rahim, that yes, I am going to be there on the chair. On the other hand, let me also give a sense from this particular gate that this is the gate number 1 of Dera in Bagpat, and there you can see the followers who are trying to get entry. This is the process which goes on here. They have to show their identity, their Aadhaar card. These are the Sevadars who are going inside. We were talking to some of the people, and they are saying that Baba do not have any political connection. Everybody is meeting and he is joining virtually. But that's becoming the controversy, because this is mostly about the timing, the things which has been stated, the lines which has been taken by the opposition parties, majorly about the timing. On the other hand, as being stated by the DCW chief, as we were just listening to her, that how come he's coming out with these videos and there is no iota of regret on his face. There is no regret which could be clearly seen. He continues with his style as he was holding it earlier also. So this is something which is becoming the controversy. We are waiting for any kind of response from the Bharatiya Janata Party. And let me also remind you what has been targeted is there in that virtual satsang, it was none other but the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership who joined that particular virtual satsang. So that is also becoming a bigger question, that what exactly is the role and the involvement of these Bharatiya Janata Party leadership there in that virtual satsang. So that is also being stated by the opposition party. We are still waiting for any kind of response if Haryana unit of BJP is going to come out with any kind of reaction on the same and going to give any clarification. Yes, back to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Anuj there joining us and getting us the top updates on the story we're tracking right now. DCW chief has said that the parole given to rapist Ram Rahim, it should end as soon as possible. All right, let's move on. Some updates are coming from West Bengal for you viewers right now. Let's break that story. Breaking news coming in from West Bengal, where BJP has raised the issue of NCC funds. NCC has claimed that they are unable to conduct training sessions for youth enrolled due to a lack of funds. BJP has hit out at the Mamta government that Mamta Banerjee is ruining institutions and destroying careers of the young. So that is the breaking update coming in right now, where the BJP is raising the issue of NCC funds. Right now, the NCC is saying that they are unable to conduct training sessions for youth enrolled due to lack of funds. BJP hitting out at the Mamta government that Mamta Banerjee is ruining institutions and destroying the careers of young. Aishwarya Kapoor is joining us, a senior executive editor, politics. Aishwarya, take us to the details. You know that the cadets who take training under NCC get B and C certificates. Extremely important
BJP,
issue being raised there.
is raising a serious question on the West Bengal Chief Minister. Shivangi, BJP is putting a direct allegation. Amit Malviya is tweeting and putting a direct allegation onto the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for destroying, and I repeat, for destroying the future and lives of young individuals, youngsters of Bengal. BJP says that the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is deliberately destroying the future of the youth of Bengal, because by not giving funds to the NCC, they are preventing these individuals who are looking for Certificate B and Certificate C to get a direct admission into the Seema Suraksha Bal, that is the SSB. So they say the BJP is putting a direct allegation onto the TMC leader and the West Bengal Chief Minister for destroying the future of the youth of Bengal. That's a very, very serious issue. They say by not dispersing the funds of the NCC, in turn stopping the youngsters who are already there in the NCC, that is the National Cadet Corps, to get the Certificate B and Certificate C. This will directly impact them, and that is that they will not be able to enter the SSB, and that in turn is playing with their future. That's the allegation of the BJP on the West Bengal Chief Minister for deliberately disturbing the future of the youth of Bengal. That is what BJP is saying in clear words. It's not about funds. It's about future of the youth of Bengal. That is what BJP claims and says. That Mamata Banerjee government, the TMC West Bengal government, according to the BJP, is deliberately playing around with the future of the youth of Bengal. That's the point, Shivan.
Right. And like you were saying right now, Amit Malviya has tweeted, Mamata Banerjee is ruining institutions and destroying careers of the young. Now NCC cadets suffer in Bengal as West Bengal government refuses to release funds, and we are coming to know. And if you look at the amount of funds which are due, it's going into crores. Shaurya is going into crores.
Well, absolutely. Well, we are talking about a state government paying the funds to the NCC. And the NCC is something which is taken as a first or a second step to get into the paramilitary and then in turn the army. And that is what the BJP is saying. That by stopping the funds of the NCC, you are not only stopping the funds of an agency, of an organization, of a governmental organization, which works in nation building, by the way. They are also the first responders in times of distress, the NCC. But you are also stopping because they will not be able to give Certificate B and Certificate C to the NCC cadets. That in turn will prevent these these very specific cadets who hail from the state of Bengal to get a direct admission into the SSB. That is the Seema Suraksha Bal. That is a paramilitary force. And that is why BJP says that the Bengal Chief Minister is playing with the future of the Bengal youth. How can this be allowed? That is the allegation of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And the TMC is saying that there is a financial constraint, so that to and fro between the BJP and the TMC will continue, that the people, but the youth of Bengal should not face the brunt of the fight between the BJP and the TMC, but that it seems to be happening right now. BJP is taking on, BJP is not going to leave any stone unturned to take on Mamata Banerjee, this we are aware of. Mamata Banerjee says, or the Mamata Banerjee's government is saying that we are trying to do whatever we can. But as you yourself just stated, Shivangi, that the number or the amount is mind-boggling. It's in crores. And it's multiple crores. And it's of the NCC. It is not to be given to a private company. It is to be given to the National Cadet Corps, which helps in nation building. This money is going to be used to skill, to develop the future careers of youth of Bengal and then youth from other states who are there enrolled in the NCC in Bengal itself. And that is why BJP says, or BJP is alleging, that by not giving the funds to the NCC, Mamata Banerjee is playing, and they say, the BJP says, deliberately playing with the future of the youth of Bengal. Back to you in the studio, Shivan.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Ashwarya Kapoor, our executive editor of politics, for helping us understand and putting this story into perspective, which is coming in from West Bengal. Ashwarya, we in fact hope that you keep us ahead on the story and get us the latest details. All right, much more coming up on the inside. Viewers, right now, Much more coming up from West Bengal. The story that we are breaking right now is Mamata Banerjee blocking the funds from the NCC.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit, when I feel selected.
After the minority Prime Minister demand, a bizarre comparison has now come up. In one such incident, the Congress has asked the BJP whether they will accept Sonia Gandhi as the Prime Minister.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता सोनिया गांधी को प्रधानमंत्री मानने के लिए तैयार हैं, किसी मुसलमान को प्रधानमंत्री मानने के लिए तैयार हैं। अगर तैयार हैं तो फिर गर्व की बात है।
Now, protests against the Kerala governor have entered their second day. The face-off between the governor and the VCs has escalated further. The IDF and its student unions are also set to hold protests at different locations across the state today against the governor's call for resignation of 9 vice-chancellors. The 5 accused from the Coimbatore blast case who were arrested by the Coimbatore City Police have been sent to 15 days in judicial custody after they were produced before a judge last evening. All 5 accused have been taken to the Coimbatore Central Prison. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has played a Hindu card before the elections. There should be Lakshmi and Ganesh pictures on Indian currency.
The police station can be seen being vandalized in Khan Market. Vehicles were also set on fire.
UAPA invoked in Coimbatore blast probe as chemical substances are...
All right, viewers, Tamil Nadu CM M.K. Stalin recommends NIA investigation in Coimbatore car blast case. Big news coming in, big news coming in. The demands were growing. The demands were growing for an NIA investigation. And now, what we're learning so far, we're talking about here the Coimbatore blast. The Coimbatore blast case. Remember, Republic is getting you all the details. And right now, the government is seeking the NIA probe into the blast. Stalin government is seeking the NIA probe into the blast. Big news coming in right now. The Tamil Nadu police a short while back had invoked sections of the stringent anti-terror law, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act against the 5 accused who were arrested. And remember, viewers, also some time ago, around 1 p.m., we broke exclusive details about how the blast case could be a larger terror plot. And after that breaking update, after that exclusive breaking, which set the agenda for the day, we can tell you after the Republic TV's news break, we are learning so far is that the CM M.K. Stalin has recommended NIA investigation in the Coimbatore car blast case. Visuals of that on your screen as well, where a meeting is taking place with the top officials of the state. You can see, viewers, that remember earlier the BJP had earlier sought an NIA probe as well. This is coming in from the Coimbatore car blast case update. Many updates coming in. Annamalai had addressed a press conference yesterday. He had urged the state authorities and the police to call the incident a terror attack and not simply a cylinder blast. He had said that the blast in the city was a terror attack with an ISIS link. And in that news break on Republic TV, where we told you that there were multiple terror links emerging from the accused side. All right, I just want to go across to Varshini. Varshini, visuals on our screen coming in right now. top meeting taking place. And what we're learning so far is that Tamil Nadu government is recommending an NIA investigation into the Coimbatore car blast case.
Well, Shivangi, absolutely yes. As we know that the Tamil Nadu government did not make an official statement.
All right, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Narayan Tirupati, BJP, Tamil Nadu. President on the phone line from the Tamil Nadu, from Tamil Nadu. In fact, let's go straight to you, Mr. Narayan Tirupati. This is a big breaking update we're getting for you right now, viewers. This is something that the BJP was demanding, that there could be a larger terror angle. How would you like to react to these visuals coming in of MK Stalin there holding a meeting with top officials?
Yes, though it is late, we welcome it. But the state government should have asked for an NIA inquiry on 23rd itself, knowing fully well that this is an act of terror. But the state government delayed almost 72 hours. But the state government also has to apologize to the public of Tamil Nadu, people of Tamil Nadu, that they have not cautioned the public about the act of terror, whereas they were saying that it is just a cylinder blast. Now, though late, we welcome it.
And Narayan Tirupati, also, you had said that K. Annamalai, who is, in fact, had said again and again, and you also had reiterated what Annamalai said, that the NIA should take over the case. So what message do you want to give? Because after so much pressure coming in also from the BJP, we are seeing that an NIA probe has been recommended.
Yes, this is a terror link that has got connections between Sri Lanka, the Easter Blast, and also Kerala. So we have been saying this, but the state government, the Tamil Nadu police was negligent. But now the NIA will definitely take this issue very seriously, and I think they will investigate properly. And the Tamil Nadu government, the Tamil Nadu police has to support the NIA to the maximum level. They should not be lethargic as they were in the last 3 days.
And Mr. Tirupati, also before I let you go, just one more question is that what do you think? What do you make out of this blast? And according to the BJP, according to you as well, where do you see this terror link? Where do you see this terror link? Because ISIS links are also emerging.
See, Tamil Nadu has been a hub of terrorism, particularly Islamic fundamentalism, for a very, very long time. We have been reiterating that. We have been saying that these fundamental activities are going on, and these terrorist activities are there for quite a long years. In fact, in the entire India, only in Tamil Nadu, hundreds of Hindu activists were murdered by Islamic fundamentalists. And apart from the Coimbatore bomb blast, Hindu Munani bomb blast, RSS bomb blast, now it is very clear that these terror hubs are there in Tamil Nadu. I think the state government has to take very seriously and cooperate with the NIA.
All right, thank you, Narayana Tirupati, for joining us, Tamil Nadu BJP leader there. All right, I want to go to Varshini as well. Varshini is getting us on top of place. Varshini, take us through what our viewers are seeing on the screen. We can see that Stalin is sharing a key meet right now with the top officials of the state.
Well, absolutely, yes, Shivangi. A big important meeting took place today, and in this meeting, we saw that the Chief Minister, along with important officials from the Tamil Nadu Police, including the DGP, the commissioners, and the important higher officials, the Chief Secretary, all participated in the meeting, and a very important discussion went through about the law and order situation in the state and how such a big terror attack was not foreseen by the intelligence agencies. Just the questions that we've been asking, just the questions that the public has been asking for the past few days after the Coimbatore incident happened, and from this after this discussion, the Chief Minister has now recommended to transfer this investigation to the National Investigation Agency so that the NIA can carry forward with the investigation from now on, and all the terror linkages that we've been discussing will be probed by the NIA.
We've been discussing will be probed by the NIA henceforth. And apart from this, the Chief Minister has also instructed the officials responsible to make sure that extreme surveillance is being put up in very important places, sensitive areas in the Coimbatore district where such kind of incidents are frequently happening. Previously we saw petrol bomb hurlings happening in Coimbatore. Recently we saw a few other criminal activities also. Therefore extreme surveillance must be beefed up in Coimbatore is what the Chief Minister has stated. And he's also mentioned about how the intelligence agencies should hire more efficient police force so that they will be able to work much faster and much quicker, and the next time round they will be able to prevent such things from happening. Therefore this was a very crucial meeting that happened in Chennai today in the Secretariat of Tamil Nadu government, and this discussion has was one of the most awaited one, because as we know the Chief Minister has been keeping mum for the past few days. He did not open up about the kind of massive attack that has happened in Coimbatore. He did not speak about it, but now with these recommendations he's come up with, it is definitely very notable because these kind of actions should be taken at the earliest, and therefore moving forward the NIA will be taking up with the investigation, and more revelations could come up because as of now only the Coimbatore city police were doing the investigation. Now that the national investigation agency is coming into the picture, it's going to get bigger is what we are able to sense.
Varshini, more details on the accused arrested in Coimbatore car blast case, and we were in fact breaking that story. Remember at 1 p.m. Varshini, you were there with us. Take us through all the details Republic TV has found out, exclusive details on the Coimbatore blast case, where there are a couple of links being made to banned organization Al-Umma, also ISIS links as well. Take us through all those details, Varshini.
Well, absolutely yes, Shivangi. If you see the 6 people involved, 1 dead and 5 arrested so far, being Jamesha Mubin, the main accused A1 in this case, who was dead during the blast, has already been investigated by
ना अपनी आशिकी को बेइंतहा दाग लगवाना है, और इन बच्चों ने हमें अब तोहफा दिया था यही कि अपने गुरु पे 100% दर्द यकीन करेंगे, उसके बराबर किसी को नहीं। आज देख लो आप सबके हाथ खड़े हैं, लाइव वालों के भी, यहाँ सेवादारों के भी, और हाथ नीचे नहीं हो रहे, ज्यों के त्यों खड़े हैं कि हाँ गुरुजी हमने ये तोहफा आपको दिया है कि गुरु के समतुल्य बराबर किसी को नहीं मानना। तो हाँ नारा लगा के हाथ नीचे कर लो, मालिक और खुशियां बख्शे और समुंदर दे खुशियों। और हमारी बिटिया का हमने एक नाम दे दिया, नाम तो वही है वैसे, ना बिटिया का नाम बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, सबको पता ही है, साथ संगत भी जानती है और जो वो भी जानते हैं, बस जो इतने काफी, जो नाम भी होता कईयों का। हाँ एक बिटिया का नाम है, एक हमारे वकील सज्जन कहते होते हैं, तो कहने का मतलब ऐसे जो थोड़ा सा गैप डाल के, तो पता है कि उसका नाम हनीप्रीत है, बिटिया का हमारी का, धर्म की बेटी है, हमारा मुख्य शिष्य है, हमने बोल दिया। और उनका एक हमने छोटा सा नाम दे दिया, क्योंकि सारे कहते थे गुरुजी दीदी दीदी कहते, पता नहीं चलता कि सारे ही दीदियां हैं, तो उसका नाम रूदी दे दिया हमने, रूदी, रूहानी दीदी। ताकि आप आसानी से थोड़ा सा मॉडर्नाइज कर दिया, रूदी बोलने में आसान हो जाता है। इसलिए
क्या नाम आपका? मेरा नाम रकम सिंह, मीडिया सेवादार यहाँ से।
All right, viewers, and reaction coming in. Rapist Rahim is attacking the media right now, viewers. He is on parole. The rape and murder convict attacks media. We just heard that sound bite of his right now, viewers. He was questioned by Republic. Remember, Gurmeet Rahim is convicted for rape and murder. He's out on parole. And also, not just that, viewers. He's featured in a music video that is racking up numbers on YouTube. And after also being questioned by Republic, he's attacking the media. You just heard that soundbite right now, viewers. The outrage over his parole is continuing. We are seeing that he is addressing online satsangs. Many leaders also attending that satsangs. But right now, he has spoken, and we just showed you that reaction coming in from Rahim, where he's attacking the media. A short while back, like we just told you, he has been featured in a music video. It's a flashy new Punjabi music video, which was released on YouTube on the day of Diwali. And right now, we can also tell you, viewers, is that he has reacted and he is not apologizing. Instead, he's attacking the media. All right, viewers, let's go across to a Mumbai studio. Ankit now gets us Superfast 50.
Absolutely, Shivangi. It's time for Superfast 50, even as we show our viewers these visuals of this rapist who is not only out on parole, but also he is getting to address people virtually or otherwise and putting out videos completely mocking the system, completely mocking the victims on whom he had inflicted these atrocities. It's an absolute shocker. We've shown you how earlier he had hosted a satsang in which there were local political leaders who had gone to visit him. It's a campaign. It's time to end Rahim's parole and send him back to jail. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right into the top stories this hour on Superfast 50. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal appealed to the central government to introduce Indian currency notes with Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi's images on one side while keeping Mahatma Gandhi's picture on the other side. This is being seen as the Delhi CM's Hindu card before the polls in Gujarat.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए।
Aam Aadmi Party MP Atishi echoed Kejriwal on the Hindu card row, saying that everyone takes blessings of deities before doing any auspicious work. She added that if a country like Indonesia, which is a Muslim majority nation, can do this, then why can't India?
एक हाथ से दूसरे हाथ में जाएगा और उसमें भगवान का आशीर्वाद रहेगा, तो उस भगवान के आशीर्वाद से तो देश में समृद्धि ही बढ़ेगी ना। क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी ये नहीं चाहती है कि इस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था आगे बढ़े? क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी ये नहीं चाहती? अब भारत देश देखिए, आज ये आलम है कि इंडोनेशिया जैसा देश, जो एक मुस्लिम डोमिनेटेड कंट्री है, उन्होंने गणेश जी की फोटो अपने नोट पर डाली हुई है।
BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra took on the Kejriwal government and the Aam Aadmi Party on the Gods on Notes controversy, accusing the AAP chief of taking a U-turn just ahead of the Gujarat polls. He said that this was the same man who laughed at the swastika symbol earlier.
तो किस प्रकार से U-turn किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
BJP MP Manoj Tiwari took a dig at Kejriwal after his Gods on Notes appeal. He said that it is a political tactic and that he should rather focus on Delhi pollution than writing a letter to the PM.
अरविंद केजरीवाल का ये भी मांग जो किए हैं वो भी पूरा हो जाएगा एक दिन, लेकिन सवाल उठता है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की जब सोच ही सही नहीं है तो उनकी बात को कोई कैसे सही मान सकता है? मुझे तो लगता है कि वो चुनाव आया है तो इसमें भी कुछ न कुछ अपनी वो जो साजिशें हैं वो देने की कोशिश करेंगे।
Congress leader Sandeep Dikshit opposed Arvind Kejriwal's idea to print Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi's imprints on notes, stating that he is playing vote bank politics and that Kejriwal has no ideology.
नहीं देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया, फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
The Delhi Lieutenant Governor cautioned Arvind Kejriwal against misleading and premature publicity, specifying that the proposal to hold Chhath Puja approved by him was specific to designated ghats, while Kejriwal had tweeted as if the puja could be held anywhere on the Yamuna. In a massive development in the Coimbatore cylinder blast case, the city police invoked sections of the stringent anti-terror law UAPA against the 5 accused. This came after over 50 kilos of explosives were seized from the residences of the accused Jameza Mubin, who died in the blast. Now the Tamil Nadu government has sought an NIA probe as well. The 5 accused in the Coimbatore blast case who were arrested by the Coimbatore city police have been sent to 15 days of judicial custody after they were produced before a judge last evening. All 5 accused have been taken to Coimbatore Central Prison. Taking a dig at Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, BJP MLA Vanati Srinivasan questioned his silence over the Coimbatore blast case. She accused the state government of hiding the truth.
A strong network that is being operated here, and already our state president has requested that the investigation has to be handed over to the National Investigation Agency. And apart from that, we feel very sad that so far the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has not condemned the incident, or he has not given any warning.
Rape convict Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh, who is out on parole, has featured in a music video now, leading to a huge controversy, demanding for him to be sent back to jail immediately.
अपने डिसाइपल को रेप के अक्यूज के जुर्माने पे वो जो अंदर गए थे जेल में, वो पैरोल पे बाहर है और उन्होंने अब डांस वीडियोस रिलीज किया है दिवाली के दिन। आप उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे? एक रेप अक्यूज जो दिवाली के दिन अपने फिर एक डांस वीडियो बाहर निकाले, तो do you think his parole should be cancelled?
This is not permissible. This should not be permissible.
The BJP took a dig at the AIMIM's chief Asaduddin Owaisi amid the ongoing debate over a minority PM that took off after Rishi Sunak became the UK Prime Minister. As many opposition leaders lamented that this is not possible due to a majoritarian government and politics in India, Owaisi reiterated that it is his dream to see a hijab-clad Prime Minister. After the minority PM demand, bizarre comparisons that don't present an analogy have come up. In one such example, the Congress has asked the BJP whether it would accept Sonia Gandhi as the prime ministerial face.
आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता सोनिया गांधी को प्रधानमंत्री मानने के लिए तैयार हैं, किसी मुसलमान को प्रधानमंत्री मानने के लिए तैयार हैं। अगर तैयार हैं तो फिर गर्व की बात है।
A Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist was gunned down in Sudpura near the LOC in Kupwara. Incriminating materials including arms and ammunition were recovered. A search operation is underway still. Shivamogga cops conducted a route march as the security was beefed up in the district after the arrest of 3 of the 5 accused in the Hindu activist Prakash's assault case. The cops are on the lookout for the other 2. Days after a 12-year-old girl was found injured on the premises of a government guest house in Kannauj of Uttar Pradesh, the police have registered an FIR against a man for allegedly raping her. The police registered the case after a purported video of the incident surfaced on the internet. Canada's police intervened between Khalistanis and Indian groups after clashes ensued between the two during Diwali celebrations at the Westwood Mall in Canada's Brampton. One group had Indian flags while the other was raising separatist Khalistani flags. Congress President now Mallikarjun Kharge has officially taken charge, becoming the first non-Gandhi party chief. Former party president Sonia Gandhi handed over the office to the octogenarian, while Ashok Gehlot said Rahul Gandhi would be the party PM face. However, reformed IAS officer Shah Faisal has issued a strong statement in the minority PM Rao, citing his own example and many others to conclude that Indian democracy is the most inclusive. Read the entire story on Republic World. 35-year-old son of a retired inspector of the Delhi police was beaten to death with a brick over an alleged car parking scuffle in Tilamod police limits of Ghaziabad. This came to the fore after a video of it surfaced. Punjabi singer Afsana Khan could make big revelations regarding the Sidhu Moose Wala murder case after being questioned by the NIA for 5 hours at the Delhi office. Afsana Khan was a close associate of Sidhu Moose Wala. Drugs worth 632 crore rupees are to be destroyed in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Gujarat's capital Gandhinagar today. Over 12,000 kgs of seized drugs will be destroyed. The Bhatpada police in Bengal recovered an active bomb from a jute mill in the intervening night of Tuesday and Wednesday. This came a day after a 7-year-old boy was killed while 2 others were injured in the crude bomb explosion. A Prayagraj hospital which gave Mosambi juice as intravenous drip to dengue patients has got a demolition notice. The hospital has been asked to vacate by October the 28th and is likely to be bulldozed. The civic authority has termed the building as illegally constructed. The road connectivity between Bhakulpong and Bomdila of Tawang in Arunachal Pradesh was cut off after a landslide hit the West Kameng district. An FIR has been registered against a resident of Samtanagar in Mumbai for using derogatory words on social media against Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis and Union Minister Narayan Rane. A search operation to nab the accused is underway. A person was shot dead by murderers in Samastipur in Bihar. A police probe is underway to ascertain the cause of the firing.
पता नहीं चला अभी तक, लेकिन फजर की नमाज पढ़ने के लिए आज सुबह में उठे थे तो 5 बजे घर से निकले नमाज की और रास्ते में कुछ लोगों ने इसको हत्या कर दिया। काफ़ी दिनों से उन लोग यही विस्तार कर रहा था जो गांव में हमला होता है, पर यहाँ के लोग जो है मुखिया सरपंच कोई एक्शन नहीं लेता है, न पंच में कोई बात होती है न कोई। वो भी मुखिया सरपंच मेरी उम्मीद से डरता है उन लोग से। अपराधी का तो खुला हुआ नाम नहीं है, लेकिन आता है हमारे चला जाता है।
कितने की संख्या में अपराधी आए थे?
तीन आदमी थे एक बाइक पे।
अच्छा, मृतक का नाम क्या था?
मोहम्मद दुलारे।
A massive fire broke out in Food of India's rice godown in Navi Mumbai's Kalamboli. However, no casualties have been reported yet, thankfully.
ये FCI गोडाउन है, बी गोडाउन में। यहाँ पे जब हम आए थे 7:04 पे हमें आग लगने का यहाँ पे इंफॉर्मेशन मिली और यहाँ पे आने के बाद में हमने देखा कि सब जो डोर थे इसका तो वो सब लॉक है। तो यहाँ पे हमने इनके यहाँ पे अभी जो मज़दूर थे वो छुट्टी होने की वजह से यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है और फिर हमने हमारे पास में पार है और बाकी इक्विपमेंट है, हैमर वगैरह है, उससे हमने तोड़ के शटर जो है हमने खोला तो हमने देखा कि आग जो है बड़ी पैमाने में थी।
A drunken man ransacked a police post in Khan Market in the national capital. The police have arrested the accused who also set ablaze the vehicles parked near the police post. 53 wagons of a coal-laden goods train derailed at the Gurpa station in Bihar. The derailment resulted in the disruption of rail traffic on up and down lines. However, no casualties were reported, thankfully. The situation in Assam continues to remain grim as nearly 1,100 people of 83 villages have been affected by the deluge caused by the cyclonic storm Sitrang. Several houses were damaged due to Sitrang causing heavy rainfall and a storm in the state. Tamil Nadu government's idol wing submitted papers to a US-based museum and an auction company claiming its ownership of two idols that were stolen over 50 years ago from the Vishwanatha Swami temple. The idol wing hopes to retrieve the idols from the Freer Sackler Museum in Washington, D.C. and restore them under the UNESCO treaty. Amid the row over the cracker ban and stubble burning, the national capital remained enveloped in a blanket of smog. The air quality remained in the very poor category as the overall AQI stood at 323. People were forced to use face masks again. As the face-off between the Kerala governor and the vice-chancellors of universities escalates, the LDF and its student unions are holding protests in different colleges across the state today against the governor's call for resignation of all now 10 vice-chancellors. President Draupadi Murmu will present the silver trumpet and trumpet banner to the president's bodyguard at a ceremony to be held at the forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan. A massive fire broke out in a fuel tanker in which 2 persons died and over 20 sustained injuries near Anjangaon village in Madhya Pradesh. The tanker was heading towards Khargon from Indore. Further investigation is underway. Team India declined to take part in their practice session in the ongoing World Cup as they were offered a practice venue that was 42 kilometers away from their hotel. They also complained that the food provided at the previous practice was cold and not healthy. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has time until Friday to close his $44 billion Twitter acquisition deal, or he has to face a trial. As per inputs, he's told co-investors that he intends to close the deal as per the deadline. Newly appointed United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak held a conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and expressed solidarity and support for their people. After the conversation, Zelensky said that he believes the partnership between the countries will continue to strengthen. After taking charge as the first Indian origin Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Rishi Sunak immediately set about appointing a cabinet, picking Dominic Raab as the Deputy Prime Minister. He also removed about a dozen members of Truss's cabinet but kept several senior figures in place. US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi welcomed Israel's President Isaac Herzog to the US Capitol for a discussion on Israel and Lebanon's breakthrough agreement on the maritime boundaries.
President, your visit is coming at a very important time as we observe the agreement that our president had a role in playing in terms of Israel and Lebanon's breakthrough agreement on the maritime boundaries and the rest. So we'll look forward to that conversation.
Heavy thunder showers hit Egypt's capital Cairo along with several provinces, witnessing flooding in the streets and subsequent disruption. The capital's heavy traffic had to move slowly through the flooded roads. 4 people were injured after an overturned tanker truck caught fire on Interstate 95 in Delray Beach in Florida. The incident prompted the I-95 North to shut down in both directions. Japan held a trilateral meeting in Tokyo with the United States and South Korea, where the leaders discussed global issues such as North Korea and Russia's invasion of Ukraine and China.
There's so much we can achieve and are achieving when our countries work together. Our meeting today underscores the Biden-Harris administration's steadfast commitment to our long-standing alliances. Investing in those alliances, including with Japan and the Republic of Korea, is critical for building the future we want to see.
A Haitian journalist survived an assassination attempt that left his car riddled with bullets in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. Robertson Alphonse, who worked at the daily newspaper Le Noveliste and at a radio station, is undergoing treatment. The US Pentagon strongly refuted Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu's claims of Ukraine preparing to launch a so-called dirty nuclear bomb.
From a U.S. standpoint, the allegations that Ukraine is building a dirty bomb are false. We have not seen at this time, though, any indication that Russia has made a decision or intends to employ nuclear weapons or a dirty bomb. But again, it's something that we'll continue to watch closely.
An earthquake with a preliminary estimate of magnitude 5.1 rattled the San Francisco Bay Area. No immediate damage or injuries were reported, however.
आज मुख्यमंत्री जी ने एक विचार ये रखा है और भाजपा सुबह से इसके विरोध पे उतरी हुई है। मुझको समझ में नहीं आता इनको इतनी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, इतनी चिढ़ क्यों है। थैंक यू।
So that was Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia addressing a press briefing wherein this controversy over gods on notes, the appeal made by Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal on a letter that he says he will write to the Prime Minister seeking Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Ganesha's imprints on currency notes, continues. We've seen back-to-back press briefings by the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP hitting back. On one hand, the AAP government says that it is something that is very Indian and auspicious that is done, and what is the harm, especially if even Muslim majority nations like Indonesia have implementations of this in place. On the other hand, the BJP says that this is Kejriwal playing vote bank politics, essentially. We also have seen how there has been a fresh attack by BJP leader Manoj Tiwari on Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Manoj Tiwari has called Kejriwal a demon. This comes amid Kejriwal's gods on notes speech ahead of the upcoming elections.
अरविंद केजरीवाल वो काल नेमी की तरह है, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी। ऐसे में इनका विश्वास नहीं किया जा सकता ये क्या कह रहे हैं। अगर सही मायने में आप इस बात पे गंभीर हैं कि नोट के ऊपर लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी की फोटो आनी चाहिए, तो आपको तुरंत अपने मंत्री इमरान हुसैन से और अमानतुल्लाह खान अपने विधायक से इसकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करानी चाहिए, ताकि ये पता किया जा सके कहीं आप सिर्फ राजनीति तो नहीं कर रहे हैं इस पे। और दूसरी चीज, जो आपके मंत्री और आपके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं को गाली दे रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सबके अस्तित्व पे ही प्रश्न उठाते हैं, उनको तुरंत आपको अपने पार्टी से सस्पेंड करना चाहिए। तब हम समझेंगे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आप कहीं से इस प्रस्ताव पे सीरियस हैं। वैसे हमें पता है गुजरात में जो सर्वे हुआ है उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी को 0 सीट आ रही है।
पार्टी ने दिल्ली के अफसरों पे दबाव डाल के 1 नवंबर से इस दिल्ली की योगशाला को बंद करने की साजिश रची। आजकल ये अफसरों पे बहुत तरह तरह के अफसरों को शिकार बना रहे हैं। कभी उनको सस्पेंड कर देते हैं बहाने से, कभी उनके खिलाफ कोई कार्रवाई कर देते हैं, उनको परेशान कर रहे हैं। तो अफसरों को परेशान करके इन्होंने दिल्ली की योगशाला, अफसरों पे दबाव बना के इन्होंने दिल्ली की योगशाला बंद कराई। मैंने इस पूरे मुद्दे को देखा, मुख्यमंत्री जी से बात की और फिर ये मुख्यमंत्री जी का कहना है कि इसको किसी भी कीमत पे बंद नहीं होने देना है, क्योंकि 17,000 लोगों का फायदा हो रहा है। सिर्फ 17,000 लोगों का नहीं, 17,000 परिवारों का हो रहा है और भी लोग इसमें शामिल होना चाहते हैं लगातार। तो इसको किसी भी रूप में बंद नहीं होने देंगे किसी भी हालत में। इसके लिए मैंने मुख्यमंत्री जी के पास फाइल भेजी है और मुख्यमंत्री जी ने उसको अप्रूव करके कि ये प्रोग्राम जैसा चल रहा था इसको ऐसे चलने दिया जाए। डिप्सारू यूनिवर्सिटी जो हमारी है उसके जरिए चल रहा था, इसको एज इट इज चलने दिया जाए। इसकी फाइल अब एलजी साहब के पास अप्रूवल के लिए भेज दी है और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी खुद देश में दुनिया में योग को प्रमोट करते हैं, तो एलजी साहब भी इसको रोकने की जगह इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे और तुरंत इसको अप्रूवल दे के 17,000 ही नहीं बल्कि हो सकता है दिल्ली के लाखों लोगों के लिए योग का रोजाना सुबह सरकार की ओर से क्लास लगाई जा सके, इसका रास्ता साफ है।
And so viewers, you've seen how now this has taken a different form. Now Manish Sisodia talking about yoga as well. This politics over various Hindu issues, Indian issues continues between the AAP and the BJP. We'll get you more details on this after a short break. Stay with us.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming election.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया, फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता है वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has played a Hindu card before the elections. There should be Lakshmi and Ganesh pictures on Indian currency.
The police station can be seen being vandalized in Khan Market. Vehicles were also set on fire.
UAPA invoked in Coimbatore blast probe as chemical substances are seized. A rape convict Gurmeet Rahim, convicted for rape and murder, is out on parole and has featured in a music video that is racking up the numbers on YouTube.
This particular incident coming out from Shivamoga, we've also understood that the police have beefed up security.
This is exactly where the blast happened, in front of the Kota Ishwaran temple.
Forces continue to intensify anti-terror operations in Jammu and Kashmir. One terrorist has been killed in Kupwara.
Palestinian elements are trying to establish their agenda in Canada. There was no action from the side of Canada, and resulting, this Diwali turned into the clash.
the Gujarat polls is intensifying. Arvind Kejriwal rings in God's on the notes card now. From Arvind Kejriwal's Hindu eyewash jibe to the fake Bhakt attack, the BJP tearing into the Aam Aadmi Party over the Hindu card. The Coimbatore blast case unravels. Was there a larger conspiracy behind? Annamalai putting the DMK in a spot, alleging a cover-up by the MK Stalin government. From satsangs to political visits, national outrage over parole for rapist Rahim. And pro-Khalistani groups and Indian nationals clashed during the Diwali celebrations in Canada's Brampton. A very good afternoon and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. I'm Deepthi Sachdeva and first up on this edition of the news, we are getting you breaking inputs and updates coming in as far as the Coimbatore blast case is concerned. There are more details unraveling by the moment of the entire case, the modus operandi and the real intentions. What we also did break for you a little while earlier is how the Chief Minister, MK Stalin, has made certain big announcements after holding a key meeting. What you see on your screens, in fact, are more details of that. He's gone ahead to ask 3 new police stations now to be set up in Coimbatore to increase the security. And let's not forget, this is an issue that has picked up a lot of political reactions also. Varshini reporting live on that story from Coimbatore, and she's joining us live right now. On your screens, you're also looking at images of that key meeting that MK Stalin held just a little while earlier, following which this announcement has been made. Now, Varshini, for viewers tuning into the broadcast, first up, why don't you help us understand what really have been the key announcements? And is there a sense that you get that now the government finally is acting under pressure? They're realizing now that this is a situation that could have been handled far better.
Absolutely, Deepthi. That exactly is the point here. We've been questioning the same. Why is the government not reacting after a massive attack has happened in, the main area, the heart of the city of Coimbatore? Why has the DMK government been mum for almost, it's been 4 days now that this incident has happened and there's been no reaction from the Chief Minister himself. And today, after this important, crucial meeting that took place in Chennai in the Secretariat, we saw that the Chief Minister along with the Chief Secretary and the Tamil Nadu Police DGP, the commissioners, every important official was present in this meeting and this whole scenario was discussed. And since it's a massive, terror linkage that we're talking about, it's not just a normal cylinder blast that we saw. It is a massive terror linkage that we've been finding out from different sources as well. And also the police themselves have, invoked UAPA in this case on the 5 accused who've been arrested. Therefore, now the Chief Minister has recommended that this investigation be carried out by the NIA rather than the Tamil Nadu Police. So the NIA will be taking over this investigation as soon as an NIA official FIR has been filed by the NIA, and their investigation will begin. And we are expecting some massive revelations from the NIA investigation that is going to happen. And at the same time, in this meeting, it's not just the transfer of the case from police to NIA, but also important announcements the Chief Minister has made. Particularly, if you see 3 police stations that he has announced to be set up immediately in the city of Coimbatore to make sure that there is extremely adequate security in place so that these kind of attacks can be avoided in the future. And he's also mentioned about the state intelligence team, which was the major important thing that has to be discussed after this attack happened, because this is totally an intelligence failure. That is how the people in Tamil Nadu are seeing this whole incident as. Therefore, the Chief Minister has said that new appointments will be made in the state intelligence team and efficient appointments will be made. And he's also announced about how a separate team, a separate force, a special force will also be instituted so that they will be able to make sure that these kind of attacks are averted in the future. And also, last but not the least, he's also mentioned something about how anybody, even common man, can come up and give information, give intelligence or give insight about anti-social activities happening in the society to the police. And if at all somebody comes up with these some kind of information, they will be encouraged and rewarded, and also they will be provided with security, is what the Chief Minister is saying. This is all happening after 4 days of the blast that took place here. And though we can see it as it's something sometime sooner than later, but still it's been 4 days. The action has been taken very late, and there is already a sense of panic here among the public. There's so many questions that's been raised, there's so many revelations that are being made, so many terror linkages, but still the Tamil Nadu government has finally decided to react to this massive attack that has happened in the city of Coimbatore.
Yes, and Varshini, the first thing I think that comes to mind when you look at the entire sequence of events and how the government has really been taken aback and the state was caught napping while you saw so many details stumble out and a possible ISIS connection to all this, I think that is also something that the polity of the state will have to answer. For the moment, I quickly thank you for getting us that all comprehensive coverage of Stalin's meeting and the announcements therefore. But also the family there now is speaking up and reacting to what has happened so far and the investigations that have led to new revelations.
கூட்டிகிட்டு போனாங்க காலையில் 10 மணிக்கு. நாங்கள் தான் ஒரு கூட்டிகிட்டு போகல, நாங்கள் தான் கொண்டு அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். ஆனால் அவங்க வந்து எந்த ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் கொடுக்கல. இதை வந்துடும் சொல்லிட்டு விட்டுருக்காங்க. நைட்டு போல் எதிர்பார்த்தோம், வரல. அதனால் இப்போ என்னென்னா காலை திடீர்னு பார்த்துக்கினா ரைட்டுக்கு வந்திருக்கிறாங்க. வீட்டில் திறந்து காமிச்சு கொடுத்தேன், எந்த பொருளும் கிடைக்கல. எல்லாம் சரின்ட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. எந்த பதில் தெரியல. இதான் நடந்தது. ஆனால் அவர் இறந்தது வந்து அவங்க சின்ன பெரியம்மா பையன். அதோட இதுக்கு வேண்டி அவங்க இவரை அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணி கூட்டிட்டு போய் பண்ணது.
இப்போ பெரியம்மா பையன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
Let's move on also to get you a quick check of more stories in brief. Right now, first up is Arif Kejriwal, who's playing the Hindu card ahead of the upcoming Gujarat and Himachal elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister now to include the pictures of Lord Ganesh and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says that this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए.
The BJP has steered into the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods, and on the other hand, the party is using this Hindu card now for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है. आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं.
The Congress has also hit out at the arc for this Hindu card. The Congress says that Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been moving from using a victim to the secular card to the Hindu card now to get votes in the upcoming elections.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है. इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है. इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा. आपको याद होगा, एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी. उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया. फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ. जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ. आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है. फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता है वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Ahead of the festival of Chhath Puja, the Delhi LG has cautioned the Chief Minister against misleading and premature publicity. The LG says that Arvind Kejriwal is creating confusion as the proposal to hold the rituals approved by the LG are specific to certain designated ghats. The LG further has said that the Chief Minister must ensure that the ghats and the water remain clean. BJP demands an NI investigation into the Coimbatore blast, and they've questioned the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister over the blast. The BJP has raised questions on the silence by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, who under pressure now has held a meeting and finally has also called for an NI investigation into the case. Khalistani group has targeted the Indian nationals in Canada during the Diwali celebrations. This clash broke out in Brampton, where you see flag-waving face-off and sloganeering that was witnessed during the clash. To Jammu and Kashmir now, where an infiltration bid has been foiled and one terrorist has been neutralized in an encounter in Kupwara. Incriminating materials, including arms and ammunition, has also been recovered. What you see on your screen are exclusive images of the recovery that has been made. After the AI-MIM chief's hijab-clad Prime Minister comment, the BJP has hit right back at Asaduddin Owaisi, asking him whether a hijab-clad woman will ever lead his party. Out on parole, first he holds a virtual satsang and now the rape convict Gurmeet Rahim Singh features in a music video that is raking up numbers on YouTube. His flashy new Punjabi music video was released on the day of Diwali, and as always, the netas continue to back him.
राम रहीम जो अपने डिसाइपल को रेप के अक्यूज के जुर्माने पे वो जो अंदर गए थे जेल में, वो परोल पे बाहर है और उन्होंने अब डांस वीडियोस रिलीज किया है दिवाली के दिन। आप उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे? एक रेप अक्यूज जो दिवाली के दिन अपने फिर एक डांस वीडियो बाहर निकाले, तो डू यू थिंक हिज परोल शुड बी कैंसल्ड?
This is not permissible. This should not be permissible.
To Karnataka now, where policemen conducted a flag march in Shivamoga, and security now has been beefed up across the district after the assault on a pro-Hindu worker. It's time for us to head into a quick break, but when we come back, we are putting our focus on the rapist and the murderer, Rahim. He's out on parole, netas continue to back him, and he continues to cock a snook at our system. We'll also get you the very latest coming in from Canada's Brampton, where pro-Khalistani groups and Indian nationals have clashed.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology, and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming election.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी, तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी, जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता है वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर।
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Welcome back. It's time for us now to put our focus on the man called Gurmeet Ram Rahim. He's a rape convict. He is convicted of murder, but he's out on parole. He's got furlough a number of times, and as always, Netas continue to back him. Why? Only for a few votes. Now, the rape convict Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh, convicted for rape and murder and out on parole, has this time featured in a music video that is raking up numbers on YouTube. But that is not the story. Convicted in 2017, the Dera Sacha Sauda chief gets a 20-year jail term. 20 years. He was granted a 40-day parole just last week following an application filed by his family. Now, this flashy new Punjabi video is released on the very day of Diwali. India is asking from satsangs to political visits. Did Ram Rahim get a parole for this? And can our netas do absolutely nothing about this man and his demeanor? This is also our colleague Anuj getting you more on what has happened so far on this story.
Oh, well, exactly. This is again becoming a controversy, and a controversy has been sparked by Baba Ram Rahim. As he's out on parole, this is the 40 days parole which has been given, and the question being raised by the opposition parties that why this time the parole is giving. It has been always stated about the timings, because earlier it was at the time of Punjab election, even at the time of Rashtrapati election. Now this is going to be civic body elections in the state of Haryana. So the question is being raised, and the controversy is around why the parole has been given. Right now I'm reporting from the same Dera. This is Dera of Bagpat, where Ram Rahim is inside at this point in time. What we have been told, he is doing his virtual satsang, which is on. As we have seen the video, is coming out with the videos also. There you can see and understand in the visuals, the people are still coming here. These are the supporters, these are the people who used to join the satsang. Even I'll try and talk to the people over here. Sir, अगर आप बता सकें, पेरोल पे बाबा इस समय बाहर हैं, बहुत कंट्रोवर्सी उस चीज़ को लेके है कि टाइमिंग को लेकर सबसे पहले तो कि जब इलेक्शन होते हैं तभी बाबा को पेरोल पे बाहर भेज दिया जाता है।
देखिए, ऐसी कंट्रोवर्सी कोई नहीं है। पैरोल लेना सभी का नैतिक अधिकार है, कानूनी अधिकार है, और गुरुजी के पैरोल के लिए अपने जिम्मेदार जो है एप्लीकेशन लगाते हैं, काफ़ी पहले लगाते हैं। सरकार कब देती है वो सरकार की बात है, लेकिन इसका राजनीति से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। गुरुजी का ना राजनीति में दखलंदाज पहले था, ना अब है, ना गुरुजी अपने।
जनता पार्टी के लोग, जो अभी वर्चुअल मीटिंग हुई, जो वर्चुअल सत्संग हुआ, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग, डेप्यूटी स्पीकर हरियाणा असेंबली के, वो सब भी मौजूद थे, तो उस पर भी सवाल उठ रहे हैं।
देखिए, गुरुजी का जब कोई वर्चुअल प्रोग्राम या वैसे फिजिकल प्रोग्राम होता है तो सभी पार्टियों के लोग जो है, जिनकी आस्था होती है गुरुजी में, वो आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए आते हैं। तो जहाँ वर्चुअल प्रोग्राम है वहाँ किसी को विशेष कह के आमंत्रित कह के नहीं बुलाया जाता। अभी बीजेपी वाले आ जाओ या लोकदल वाले आ जाओ, जो आ जाते हैं वो वहाँ पे जो ना आशीर्वाद ले लेते हैं। लेकिन गुरुजी किसी को नहीं कहते कि बीजेपी को सपोर्ट करना या किसी को करना, ये श्रद्धालुओं के ऊपर डिपेंड है।
क्योंकि पेरोल पे आउट हैं तो कई कंट्रोवर्सी उस पर खड़ी हो रही हैं। अपोजिशन लीडर्स बोलते हैं कि भाई पेरोल पे आउट है, सिर्फ फैमिली से मिल सकते हैं या किस किस से मिलना है। वहीं राजनीतिकरण जो हो रहा है उस पर तो आप क्या कहेंगे?
जी देखिए, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ये जो अपोजिशन पार्टीज़ हैं तो ये तो अपना सवाल खड़ा करेंगी, लेकिन जैसे जो भी लीडर्स आ रहे हैं या फिर जो भी फॉलोअर्स डेरा सच्चा सौदा के जो वर्चुअल सत्संग में जा रहे हैं, सबकी एक अपनी आस्था होती है, सबका एक अपना विश्वास होता है और उस विश्वास को लेकर, उस आस्था को लेकर ही वो वहाँ पर पहुँच रहे हैं।
वहीं राजनीतिक कनेक्शंस की जो बार बार बात आती है, टाइमिंग्स की जो बात आती है, जो पहले भी कहा गया कि भाई पंजाब चुनाव है तब पैरोल मिलती है, उसके बाद अब सिविक बॉडी के इलेक्शन हैं तब पैरोल मिलती है, तो क्या कहीं जुड़ाव है?
नहीं, देखिए जैसे अभी आपको बताया कि मतलब ये टाइमिंग्स, ये तो एक मतलब सारा जोड़ा जा रहा है। वैसे टाइमिंग्स अगर आपको बताऊं, गुरुजी का कोई राजनीति से ना कोई पहले से दखल था, ना अब है और ना कभी आगे रहेगा। उन्होंने तो बस एक समाज की हमेशा भलाई की है और वो अब भी कर रहे हैं। आपको पता होगा, जैसे सभी को ही पता है कि उन्होंने 142 मानवता भलाई के काम चलाए और वो डेरा सच्चा सौदा अभी भी कर रहा है और वो आगे भी करेगा।
आप कहाँ से?
जी मैं रेवाड़ी से।
आप क्या यहीं पे सेवादारी में हैं या कैसे?
जी हम सेवा करने आए, सेवा समिति में। हम
सेवा समिति में क्या करते हैं? मतलब
हम जी पानी की सेवा, लंगर की सेवा, जो सेवा समिति है उसमें।
So these are some of the supporters who are standing right outside, and some of the sevadar, rather we should say, who used to work in this particular premises, in this particular dera of Bagpat. But now, yes, the controversy is again erupting out, as this is being stated that why the virtual meeting is going on, why the Bharatiya Janata Party leadership is joining this particular meeting, and the people and rather the opposition leaders are connecting it with the timings also. That is also becoming a big controversy. Yes.
We're heading into a break right now, but when we come back, our focus is on Arvind Kejriwal and his entire utterance before the upcoming Gujarat elections. Arvind Kejriwal bringing in gods on the notes card now. The BJP calling him a Chunavi Hindu. Also, the very latest on the Coimbatore blast case as it continues to unravel. We could be looking at an NI probe into the case very, very soon.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर।
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us here on Republic. Let's get you this news coming in from Bihar, where 53 wagons of a coal-laden goods train derailed at the Gurpa station. This derailment resulted in a lot of disruption of rail traffic on the up and down lines. This is more on what we know so far.
At least 53 wagons of a coal-laden goods train derailed at the Gurpa station in Bihar's Gaya district. The train derailed between the Koderma and Manpur railway section of the Dhanbad division. As per the East Central Railway, the train derailment resulted in traffic disruption on the up and down lines. Accident relief vehicles and a team of officials reached the spot from Gaya, Gomo, Barwadi, Nusokbo and Dhanbad. No casualties have been reported in the incident. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
We're heading into a break right now, but when we come back from satsangs to political visits, there is national outrage over parole for rapist Rahim. But what have our netas said and done so far on this man? We get you everything that you need to know on the other side of this big break.
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit, when I feel selected.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यूटर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming election.
Top national updates. Arvind Kejriwal plays Hindu card ahead of elections. Aam Aadmi Party chief appeals to the Prime Minister to include the pictures of Lord Ganesh and Lakshmi on the currency notes. He said that the move will help the country prosper. BJP calls on Aam Aadmi Party, calls the Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. BJP said that on one hand, Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods, but on the other hand, the party is using the Hindu card for elections. BJP termed it as an election stunt and an attempt to shed anti-Hindu image.
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming election.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया, फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Arvind Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt.
एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए.
Race to Gujarat, polls intensifies. Kejriwal reins in gods on notes card now.
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के पॉलिटिक्स को देखा जाए तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ये हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है.
From Kejriwal's Hindu eyewash drive to fake Bhakt attack, BJP now tears into Aam Aadmi Party over Hindu card. Coimbatore blast case unravels. Was there a larger conspiracy behind? Annamalai puts DMK in a spot alleges cover up by the Stalin government. From satsangs to political visits, national outrage over parole for rapist Rahim. Pro-Khalistani groups and the Indian nationals clash during Diwali celebrations in Canada's Brampton. Viewers, you're watching India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. I am Shivangi Shukla, and our top story right now at 4:01 p.m. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal has appealed to the central government to introduce the Indian currency notes with Lord Ganesh and Goddess Lakshmi's image on one side, keeping Mahatma Gandhi picture on the other side. This is being seen as the Delhi CM's Hindu card before the polls in Gujarat. Aam Aadmi Party plays open Hindu card in elections. So that is what we are learning so far, and this is one of our top stories right now which are coming in. Now, soon after Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal played an open Hindu card ahead of Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat elections, the BJP also claiming that Aam Aadmi Party Supremo God on currency notes plea is purely an election gimmick.
भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए.
कश्मीरी हिंदुओं के ऊपर हंसने वाले अरविंद केजरीवाल आज अचानक जो हिंदू बनने की चेष्टा कर रहे हैं, ये यू टर्न की पराकाष्ठा है.
क्या इतने बड़े काम के लिए हमें लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का आशीर्वाद नहीं चाहिए? तो फिर मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछना चाहती हूं कि आप लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का भारतीय नोटों पर छपने से उनकी फोटो का विरोध क्यों कर रहे हैं? आपको क्या दिक्कत हो रही है कि आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के फोटो हमारे नोटों पे छपे?
the farman that Hindus can't celebrate their festival, that on Diwali day they should not burst crackers, just like Aurangzeb had issued such a fatwa and a farman. After the public reacted to that, now it is a damage control being done by this Chunavi Hindu, by this seasonal Hindu.
And fresh attack by the BJP leader Manoj Tiwari on Delhi CM Arif Kejriwal. Manoj Tiwari has called Kejriwal Kal Nemi, a demon. This comes amid Kejriwal's gods on notes pitch ahead of the upcoming election.
अरविंद केजरीवाल वो काल नेमी की तरह है, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी। ऐसे में इनका विश्वास नहीं किया जा सकता ये क्या कह रहे हैं। अगर सही मायने में आप इस बात पे गंभीर हैं कि नोट के ऊपर लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी की फोटो आनी चाहिए, तो आपको तुरंत अपने मंत्री इमरान हुसैन से और अमानतुल्लाह खान अपने विधायक से इसकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करानी चाहिए, ताकि ये पता किया जा सके कहीं आप सिर्फ राजनीति तो नहीं कर रहे हैं इस पे। और दूसरी चीज, जो आपके मंत्री और आपके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं को गाली दे रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सबके अस्तित्व पे ही प्रश्न उठाते हैं, उनको तुरंत आपको अपने पार्टी से सस्पेंड करना चाहिए। तब हम समझेंगे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आप कहीं से इस प्रस्ताव पे सीरियस हैं। वैसे हमें पता है गुजरात में जो सर्वे हुआ है उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी को 0 सीट आ रही है।
Congress has also hit out at Kejriwal, saying that the Aam Aadmi Party chief has no ideology. Listen in.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी, तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी, जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ। आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया। जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहां भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूं, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
नाम हमारा इंडिया क्यों है, इंडोनेशिया क्यों नहीं है? क्या बात हुई? ये क्या बात हुई? इंडोनेशिया की क्या परंपराएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या व्यवस्थाएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या लोगों की सोच है। ये भारतवर्ष है, यहाँ अपनी सोच है। किस कौन सी तस्वीर लगानी है, नहीं लगानी, ये सरकार को तय करना है। लेकिन इतना वो समझा रहे हैं हमारी सरकार को। ऋषि सुनाक को बोल देते कि वो पाउंड पर लगा दें। वो क्यों पाउंड पर एक तरफ किंग की तस्वीर लगाते हैं, दूसरी तरफ ये तस्वीर नहीं लगाते? ये तो अपनी अपनी व्यवस्थाओं का। हमें ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद की जरूरत है, तभी अर्थव्यवस्था ठीक हो। तो ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद तो पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा ना, सिर्फ भारत को नहीं मिलेगा, सबको, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा। पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा। अमेरिका कहता है इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट, हम तो नहीं कहते इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट। हमारे मन में आस्थाएं हैं, लेकिन हम तो अपने संविधान को सबसे प्रथम मानते हैं, सबसे उच्च मानते हैं।
So, story has come in, viewers, and we had reported on it. Now, what's happening is a massive uproar over the poor hospitality to Indian cricket team at Sydney Cricket Ground. Now, they were served cold food, and many cricketers did not even eat that food. Here's what unfolded in Sydney, Australia. Nivedita, my colleague, has filed this report.
Team India, of course, had an amazing start to their campaign of the T20 World Cup 2022 by beating Pakistan, which means that when they're on to their next match, which they are playing against Netherlands tomorrow, in between they will have to take place in practice sessions. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, at one of the practice sessions right after that, well, athletes who are competing at these high-profile events require proper nutrition. But what they were provided with was far from that. In fact, Team India players were served cold sandwiches as well as falafel after the Indian intense training session. Now this of course raises questions about the facilities that are meted out to players of this particular caliber who are participating in a high-profile event like the T20 World Cup 2022. Now although the matter was brought up by the BCCI to the ICC, they went on to state that they are looking into this particular matter. On the other hand, several reactions coming in. Now, will the official statement come out from the BCCI and ICC on this matter remains to be seen.
Viewers, some breaking news coming in. Breaking news coming in right now. Update in the Sidhu Moose Wala murder case. Punjabi singer Afsana Khan reveals that she was questioned by NIA on Moose Wala murder case. Afsana said that NIA questioned her for around 5 whole hours yesterday. Afsana was a close associate of Sidhu Moose Wala. It's a big development in the Moose Wala case right now, viewers. Remember, the NIA has questioned popular Punjab singer and close aide of deceased Sidhu Moose Wala, Afsana Khan, in the ongoing case. Now, what we can tell you so far and the details that we're learning from this case is that Afsana has said that the NIA has questioned her for around 5 hours, 5 whole hours. It's a big development coming in, in this case right now. Punjabi singer Afsana Khan has revealed that she was questioned by NIA. And I'm being joined right now by Amandeep. Amandeep is joining us live right now. Amandeep, big update coming in. Why is this significant right now? Because we know Afsana Khan has been questioned in the ongoing terror funding case. Take us through the details.
Well, absolutely, Shivangi, and this is the most important part. The way Afsana herself revealed that the line of the question of NIA was that about the Punjabi industry, Punjabi singing industry, and in fact they have taken all the details of the Punjabi singers from Afsana Khan, from where they have started, how they gain the money, and in fact what are their connections. Just because NIA is probing the angle of terror funding in Punjab, and these gangsters are getting the money from the Pak-based and Pak-backed pro-Khalistani elements and some anti-national elements who are sitting in Canada and some other countries also. But now NIA is trying to establish the angle of the Punjabi singers also. And even they have started their investigation from Sidhu Moose Wala case. Afsana Khan was questioned on that line also, from where she has started, how she was getting the funds, and even who all are the singers and what are their financial sources, how they are dealing with these kinds of gangsters who are actually seeking the extortion money from them when they are being a popular Punjabi singer. All these details has been revealed by the Afsana Khan herself, and in fact now the NIA is detailing and the NIA is getting and churning the information from Afsana Khan that how the Punjabi singing world and singers are surviving in Punjab, despite knowing that these gangsters are very much active and they always demand the extortion money. And what are the connection? If any of the Punjabi singer is connected with any of the gangsters, that turned to be the most important point, and that is the reason Afsana Khan was the first Punjabi singer who has been questioned by the NIA following the line of the investigation of terror funding case in Punjab. And in fact after gangsters, now NIA started questioning Punjabi singers as well. And the most important part is that they are trying to get the information about the financial source of these Punjabi singers, just because, Shivangi, all the Punjabi singers are very well known for singing the weapon kind of songs. Basically they try to brandish the weapons in their songs. They try to highlight the fact that all the youth is inclined towards the weapon, and in fact this is a very royal move, and that is the reason they somewhere down the line they are smelling it out that these singers are connected with the gangsters, and that is the reason these weapon brandishing is happening. Yes, Shivangi.
Absolutely, Amandeep. You are getting us all the details. We'll come back to you and trust that you keep us ahead on this story. Afsana has said NIA has questioned her for 5 hours. Let's go to the other story that we're tracking right now. Coimbatore blast case and the big mystery over the blast there. More details on the accused arrested in Coimbatore car blast case. Now, what we're learning so far, viewers, is that Feroz Ismail is an alleged ISIS sympathizer, deported from UAE in the year 2020. Ismail is one of the 5 seen in the CCTV footage. You can see that CCTV footage right on your screen in the middle. And what we're learning so far is that he can be seen moving gas cylinders and drums filled with explosives into Mubin's car. Thalka, who arranged the Maruti 800 car for Mubin, which was used for the blast, is also the son of Nawab Khan, a member of the banned organization Al-Umma. Khan and accused in the Coimbatore serial bomb blast case. Examination of Mubin's digital gadgets revealed that he searched on internet to make bombs. All right, being joined by Shravan Sen, our senior editor right now. Shravan, we are getting so many details. And what is very interesting also, Shravan, is that after Republic TV set the agenda at 1 p.m. getting these exclusive details, the Tamil Nadu government has recommended NIA probe into the Coimbatore car blast case.
Well, in fact, remember, the state government came under intense criticism, primarily because of the delay in putting out the information that this blast that took place inside a car was made to look like a simple cylinder blast. It turns out that there is an ISIS link which is basically emerging. The very fact that Mubin, whose body has been charred beyond recognition, turns out to be the same very person who was examined back in 2019 by the National Investigation Agency when there was a link that emerged with the Easter bombings in Sri Lanka. Thereafter, more details emerged that an active ISIS module of over 6 members and the fact that they were planning to carry out attacks in Tamil Nadu makes it abundantly clear that they were up to something. And was the state government caught napping is the big question. It does turn out that the government has essentially now responded to the kind of criticism that they have faced. We're given to understand that measures have also been taken, particularly in Coimbatore, with bringing in new police stations. But having said that, the question here is that time and again, the BJP unit in Tamil Nadu has essentially raised this concern about the existence of sleeper cells in Tamil Nadu. What exactly has been done? Had it not been for the tweet that was put out by the Tamil Nadu chief, BJP chief, linking this entire cylinder blast to an ISIS plan, there was a high possibility that this information could have been suppressed. It was only after the visit of the DGP of the state that things actually took a turn.
All right. Shravan Sen, senior editor, getting us all the details, and my colleague Varshini. Varshini has filed this report for our viewers. Let's have a look at it.
Right now, we are at Jamesha Mubin's house, the person who died in the terror attack, the cylinder blast that happened in Coimbatore's town hall. As we can see, this is the place where he has been living, and there are evidences of him living. The police have now locked and sealed the houses. Nobody can enter or go inside of these houses, and they have, during the investigation, brought all kind of things that were inside the house, and they have taken everything out, and you can see visibly you can see things have been put out after the investigation. But the main thing that we are noticing here from this building is that there are huge samples of some kind of products that we can see. These probably could have been leftovers from the chemicals that were confiscated from this house. And as you can see, there is so many toxic powders that is seen on the floor of the house, and there are so many things. We have been known that explosives such as aluminium nitrate and sulfur and ammonium were taken from this house, and these could have been the evidences that the police gathered from this house. And apart from all of this, there's one more thing important that we can notice is that very close by here to the house is the office of the PFI that was recently sealed after the ban, which is just few buildings away as we gather information from this site, which is could be a coincidence and could not be a coincidence also, but it is definitely notable that the PFI office is very close by. This is Vashni Rambu along with camera person Lenin from Coimbatore for Republic TV.
It is a strong network that is being operated here.
And already our state president has requested that the investigation has to be handed over to the National Investigation Agency. And apart from that, we feel very sad that so far the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has not condemned the incident, or he has not given any warning to the terrorist organization or the outfits that they are instigating this kind of activities. Even in the past, even before a month, in Coimbatore city alone, the incident of petrol bomb has been thrown into our office and several places, and our party office bearers and supporters shops have been attacked. And even those time, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu did not open his mouth. And even after 4 days of this explosion, and he has not even condemned and he has not sent any strong message. But it is giving a great, the suspicion among the people that the Chief Minister is indirectly supporting the terrorist outfits. Suppose if the Chief Minister is warning or giving any clear message, that would affect his minority vote bank. Because of that reason, he is not opening his mouth. And as far as the intelligence aspect is concerned, it is a complete failure. And everybody knew that how the Coimbatore city is vulnerable.
All right, viewers. So, the big development coming in on the Coimbatore blast case. And in fact, Varshini is right over there in Coimbatore. She'll get us all the details. Varshini, let's take our viewers to what's happening right now, because we have reported all the exclusive details. Tell us what the Tamil Nadu CM has said and the recommendations that he has made.
Well, definitely, Shivangi, as you know, we've been closely tracking this story, and we are in the spot yet again because now that the Chief Minister has recommended that this whole investigation be transferred to the NIA, any moment there is expectation that the NIA officials will be arriving here to the blast spot where it happened to make sure they are beginning with their investigation. Of course, the investigation will be started from here, and as you can see, extremely abundant police force is being deployed here. Take a look. You can see the police van is arriving with additional force who are coming to the spot because we know this investigation here is going to be very, very crucial, because this is not a normal incident that has taken place. More than 75 kilogram of explosive materials have been confiscated, and this is a terror attack, and not just about this only singular incident, but many other incidents and many other linkages are also being reported and probed. Now that the NIA is going to take up this investigation, it's going to be massive. Expectations are that big revelations could come out of this NIA investigation. Incidentally, we've been also reporting about how the father of Talka was related to Aluma, and how ISIS modules have also been followed. Several things that we are also closely following and bringing to light in this matter. And at the same time, as you asked about the Chief Minister's announcements, that has come actually 4 days late, but still he's announced about 3 new police stations being immediately set up in the city of Coimbatore to beef up security here, and also he's also announced that the state intelligence team will be reinstated. He's mentioned that the new appointments will be made, new officers will be hired for the state intelligence team, because for the past 3 days, everywhere whoever is talking about this incident attack that happened here, they've been mentioning the intelligence failure that has happened, and that has definitely been the topic of discussion, not just in the media but also the public feel the same. Therefore, the Chief Minister has announced a new reinforcement of the state intelligence team, and he's also mentioned about a special task force that will be completely constituted mainly to focus on averting such kind of terror attacks. And
well, thank you, Varshini. Thank you, Varshini, for getting us all those details. Thank you so much. So, under pressure, Tamil Nadu government has recommended NIA probe into the Coimbatore car blast case, viewers. And remember, the arrests have also come in the case after 75 kilograms of explosives were recovered from Mubin's residence. All right, viewers, let's see what else is making news from across the nation. Arvind Kejriwal plays Hindu card ahead of elections. Amity Party chief appeals to the Prime Minister to include the pictures of Lord Ganesh and Lakshmi on the currency notes. He said that the move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए।
BJP calls out Amity Party calls the Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. BJP says that on one hand, Amity Party insults Hindu gods, but on the other hand, the party is using the Hindu card for elections. BJP termed it as an election stunt and an attempt to shred anti-Hindu image.
किया जाता है आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
Congress also hits out at the Amity Party for the Hindu card. Congress says that Arvind Kejriwal has no ideology and he's been using from victim to secular to now Hindu card to get the votes in the upcoming elections.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया, फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। इसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ। आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Ahead of the festival of Chhat Puja, Delhi Lieutenant Governor has cautioned the Delhi CM against misleading and premature publicity. LG said the Kejriwal is creating confusion. The proposal to hold the rituals approved by LG is specific to the designated ghats. LG further directed that the CM to keep the ghats and water clean for the puja. BJP demands ENI investigation into the Coimbatore blast and questioned the Tamil Nadu CM over the blast. BJP raised questions on the silence by Tamil Nadu CM Stalin and termed alleged that the Tamil Nadu government is hiding the truth. Palestini group targets Indian nationals in Canada during the Diwali celebrations. Clash breaks out in Brampton. Flag waving, face off, and sloganeering was witnessed during the clash. Infiltration bid fall and one terrorist killed in an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara. Incriminating material including arms and ammunition recovered. Exclusive pictures of the recovery from the terrorist with Republic. After AIMIM chief hijab-clad PM comment, the BJP has hit back at Asud Owaisi, asking him whether a hijab-clad woman will lead the AIMIM.
साइपल को रेप के अक्यूज के जुर्माने पे वो जो अंदर गए थे जेल में, वो परोल पे बाहर है और उन्होंने अब डांस वीडियोस रिलीज किया है दिवाली के दिन। आप उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे? एक रेप अक्यूज जो दिवाली के दिन अपने फिर एक डांस वीडियो बाहर निकाले, तो डू यू थिंक हिज पैरोल शुड बी कैंसल्ड?
This is not permissible. This should not be permissible.
Out on parole, first he held a virtual satsang, and now rape convict Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh features in a music video that is racking up numbers on YouTube. His flashy new Punjabi music video was released on the day of Diwali.
Mr. Annamalai, and we are talking to him on the issue of Coimbatore blast. The state government finally, after a lot of pressure that was built up by the BJP, deciding to give the case to the NIA. And Mr. Annamalai, you were sounding very confident from the first day itself with your press conference, building up pressure on the state government, which finally gave in today and has decided to give over the case of the Coimbatore blast to NIA. You think your pressure worked?
Sir, firstly, we welcome the decision of the Tamil Nadu CM to hand over the case to NIA. That is what we have been saying from day one. For 48 hours, the state government was trying to picture this as a cylinder blast. The DGP of the state was forced to say this is a cylinder blast. In the official press note of the Tamil Nadu state government, they were forced to call this a cylinder blast. It was very unfortunate. BJP Tamil Nadu did not have any other way to go than to go after the Tamil Nadu state government with evidence, with facts, to call why it is a suicide bombing, including the WhatsApp status message of the accused, and why the Tamil Nadu government and especially the CM and the police officers are trying to make it sound like some local cylinder blast. Very unfortunate, sir, because Tamil Nadu, the internal law and order situation is getting very bad day in and day out. All kinds of anti-nationals are given a free hand to operate in our state. That is very worrying for us. I hope in the NIA investigation, they can go to the root of the matter and arrest all the people who are involved in this operation.
All right. Also, Mr. Annamalai, there were telltale signs that this could be related to terror, the amount of ammonium nitrate and everything, and yet the state government was sort of sitting over it, dilly-dallying. You think it was vote bank politics, given the exclusive information that Republic Network has brought in, and which clearly suggests that there was link between Ismail, who perished in this blast, as also ISIS module, which was linked to the Easter Sunday attack in Sri Lanka.
Thank you, sir, especially senior journalists like you getting very deep into this matter and making it a national issue from yesterday. But having said it, to give an idea about Coimbatore in 1998 had seen a series of blasts similar to this, which was planned now. And we have lost more than 59 people, all innocents who come for shopping. That point of time, multiple blasts at 7, 8, 9 locations in Coimbatore. So Coimbatore, this is not new to the city. It was always in the terror radar. 2019, when the Easter bombing happened, and April 21, that point of time, the NIA has picked up one Mohammad Azharuddin from Coimbatore along with 5 people in 2019 May for being in touch with the mastermind of the Easter blast there, one Zagrin Hasim. So it is not new, sir. They are still in jail. Now the current person who is Jamisha Mubin, the suicide bomber who perished during this when he was driving the vehicle. This guy also had links to Mohammad Azharuddin, who was picked up in 2019 by NIA. That point of time, the NIA has identified the same person as a radicalized youth. And the Tamil Nadu police fully knows this person should be put under radar. But unfortunately, the surveillance was called off after a couple of months. So what I'm trying to say, sir, it is not new. It is the Coimbatore and Tamil Nadu is under the terror radar for a long time. Especially the ISIS module is active. 3-4 months back, before the Ganapati festival, one person was picked up in Erode. He was planning a Paris-style truck bomb attack. He wanted to take a truck, ram into the Ganapati crowd. So it is not new. It is happening every month after month. But the problem is, every time the state government downplays it, underplays it, doesn't even give a feeling this is happening in the state, sir. So that is why we have to go very hard. If you read the status message of the suicide bomber, sir, 2 days before this act, he has changed his status message also. He has mentioned, if the news about my death reaches you, please participate in my funeral. Even after that, the state government refused to file a UAP Act. Refused to put on display, refused to acknowledge that explosives are seized. It's very unfortunate, sir. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, but Mr. Annamalai, Deepti is joining us. Deepti has some questions for you, but just one question. Specific roles are now coming out in this blast. That of Feroz Ismail, who's supposed to be an ISIS sympathizer and was in fact deported from UAE. And he's seen in the CCTV footage moving the gas cylinders and drums into the car that was used by Mubin. Then we have Thalka, who in fact arranged the Maruti 800, in which Mubin was there, and which was used in the blast, which belonged to one Nawab Khan. I think it seems like a big ring of ISIS sympathizers that was involved in this act, and yet the fact that the government first deterred on bringing in UAPA and then only after political pressure, which kind of political constituency was the government concerned about or worried about, Mr. Annamalai?
We all know after the DMK has come to power, the ministers have gone on record. Ministers have gone on record saying it is only because of people like you from the minority community we have come to power. So this government is for you. Rest assured, we will take care of you. BJP is never interested in doing any minority politics or up. For us, everybody is same. But we don't want to appease any religion. The government right from day one was fully involved in minority appeasement. I'm sure Republic TV has put out various footages. The Speaker of the House, the couple of ministers telling them it is only because of you. And the DMK government from day one has taken somehow an anti-Hindu stand in all their actions. Closing of temples, they're trying to take the gold away from the temples, trying to put monitoring mechanism for the temple and banning the rituals, a number of things. So somehow this MK Stalinji, our chief minister, believes his constituency is somewhere there. But even good Muslims, they hate this kind of politics. Just yesterday, the Jamaat, they said that we don't appreciate this kind of behavior, including what they have done. But unfortunately, DMK believes by continuous appeasement, they can keep that particular vote bank handy for them, which is very unfortunate, sir. That is what DMK is doing consistently. Why suddenly a Tamil Nadu, which is supposed to be a peaceful state, why suddenly all these things are happening, sir? Because it is a clear-cut case of minority appeasement politics, whereby that anti-national elements are getting a free rein in Tamil Nadu to operate, sir. Just for a kind information, sir. 1 month before, when the PFI got banned, 32 places in Tamil Nadu were bombed by PFI, petrol bomb. All 32 places belong to our party office, BJP functionary or our sympathizers. 32 places in a matter of 4 or 5 days. They did not even book a National Security Act. BJP has to do a protest in the ground. Then they started booking NSA. Very sorry state of affairs, sir. Very sorry state.
Okay, Mr. Annamalai, Abhishek has raised certain very, very important questions. I do see our colleague Shaban also here, and we must tell our viewers, Mr. Annamalai, that it's, you obviously who raised this issue, you raised a lot of evidence and facts. The facts pointed to something sinister, something that the sitting DMK government there downplayed or overlooked or wanted to just look the other way. But Republic has been at the forefront, Abhishek and Shaban, at this investigation. We've been, connecting all the dots, Mr. Annamalai, just like you, and putting out the evidence in public domain. Now, I want to ask you a simple question, away from all politics. Any chief minister, barring whichever party he belongs to, sir, should be more concerned about what's going on in his state. Can the state be caught napping like this? What do you believe really have been, the intentions of the state government? Did they wanted to downplay this? Did they speak too early? Or they just did not care about this?
But in fact, many of the evidences that we have disclosed in the press conference yesterday, like what Republic was doing from yesterday, Many of those were given by the police officers themselves. Many officers felt we are feeling bad in Coimbatore. Look, we are not able to open our mouth. We have seized explosive. It is lying for 12 hours. There's not even a FIR getting filed under UAPA. They are trying to find all kinds of reason. So many things were given internally by the police officers. That is why, ma'am, all appreciations to very honest officers who don't want to toe the political line. When there is a political pressure from the government to not speak, play it down, call it a cylinder blast, ask the local media not to cover. But conscience officers, they want to come out, ma'am. So I believe the DMK party, they want to build an image. It's a great government in Tamil Nadu. In fact, many places openly, MK Stalin ji, our chief minister, says he has got ambitions to go national. So he wants to protect this image of a great state being governed. He wants to protect this image for the minority community. He is the guy who's protecting them. So at no end, you see any FIR, they have gone overboard to protect their names also, previously in Tamil Nadu also, ma'am. It is a very sorry state of affairs. That is why DMK was kept out of government for 10 years. 10 years, 2001 to 2011 to 21, 10 years out of the government. It has never happened in Tamil Nadu's history. Even now, they sneaked their way into the government. So very unfortunate. They believe they can continuously do this minority appeasement and degrade our police force, thereby making a peaceful state as a heaven for terror. Very unfortunate.
Mr. Annamala, you had written to the Union Home Minister just about a couple of weeks ago, in which you mentioned 19 such incidents have taken place in the state of Tamil Nadu. 6 incidents have taken place in Coimbatore. In just about 2 to 3 days, there have been multiple attacks, including the state BJP office in Coimbatore was attacked. Do you believe that there is an existence of a sleeper cell of the ISIS module, and somewhere down the line, perhaps we've brushed it under the carpet, the existence of this very module, which now it's coming out in the open?
The pattern is very telling, sir. Every time Tamil Nadu BJP is forced to write to the Honorable Union Home Minister, then make from there to put pressure on the state government officials and get it done. Tamil Nadu BJP office, where I am sitting and talking to you, this same office got bombed. The same office got bombed five months before. And finally, the police said, we have got somebody, he just wanted to come and bomb this office. He wanted to do a recce because he was angry with Tamil Nadu BJP president for making some statement. This is the kind of underplaying they do, ma'am. Coimbatore office got banned after our letter, sir. As I mentioned, 32 more places they have put bombs. So it is not, it's a pattern that is emerging. The anti-national people are getting a free rein in the state to operate, and the state government is dilly-dallying. The ministers go on stage and do all kinds of minority appeasement in the state, thereby believing they are their saviors, sir, which is very unfortunate. Tanjavur Lavanya case, when Republic TV played a major role in getting the case transferred to CBI, the religious conversion that is happening in Tamil Nadu, the missionary people getting a free run in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, now the ISIS module. We are sitting on a powder cake, sir. 16 months, no state government has seen this kind of a law and order failure. Just for your kind information, the anti-nationals have also burned a school, 3,000 people. Because a school child committed suicide, the state government did. In the basic law and order also they failed. In the terror cases also they fail, which is very unfortunate, which we don't believe the kind of police setup we have in Tamil Nadu. We were equated to Scotland Yard once. The same officers with political pressure, mouths tight, they are not able to perform, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Annamala, for speaking to Republic TV, and all credit goes to you for putting the spotlight on a story which would have been suppressed by the state government.
I thank the Republic TV again, sir, for the service you are doing. Thank you so much. Vanakkam.
Will relentlessly support them because we are a government that will deliver for people across the United Kingdom. But Mr. Speaker, he mentioned the last few weeks. I am the first to admit that mistakes were made, and that's the reason I am standing here. But that is the difference between him and me. This summer, I was being honest about the difficulties that we were facing. But when he ran for leader, he promised his party he would borrow billions and billions of pounds. I told the truth for for the good of the country. He told his party what it wanted to hear. Leadership is not selling fairy tales. It is confronting challenges, and that is the leadership the British people will get from this government.
Mr. Speaker, I think everyone should watch the video and make their own minds up. In public, he claims he wants to level up the north, but then he boasts about trying to funnel vital investment away from deprived areas. He says one thing and does another. But they're shouting. They're not my words. They're not my words. They're the words of the former chair of the Tory party, sacked yesterday for telling the truth about the Prime Minister. Even his own side know he's not on the side of working people. That's why the only time he ran in a competitive election, he got trounced by the former Prime Minister, who herself got beaten by a lettuce. So why doesn't he put it to the test, let working people have their say and call a general election?
Well, it'll take a long time to get through this paper if we carry on like this, Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, he talks about mandates, about votes, about elections. It's a bit rich coming from the person who tried to overturn the biggest democratic vote in our country's history. Our mandate is based on a manifesto that we were elected on to remind him an election that we won and they lost. A mandate that says we want a stronger NHS, better schools, safer streets, control of our borders and levelling up. That is the mandate that I and this government will deliver for the British people.
Heather's not even answering questions. You want more? Come on, Heather.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to congratulate my right honourable friend, our new Prime Minister, and also to thank our previous Prime Minister for the straightforward way she has handled her resignation, and I wish her and her family well for the future. Would my right honourable friend please use this, his first appearance of the dispatch box, to make it clear to the British Medical Council and the British Dental Association that as well as training, more training spaces opening up, that they must allow new doctors and dentists to work in the UK so that the good people of South Derbyshire can get treatment on the NHS.
Well, I thank my honourable friend for her question. She's absolutely right. I'm pleased that there are 3,500 more doctors and over 9,000 more nurses working this year than last. But she's right, and we are working to simplify the registration for dentists in particular that are not trained here to practice here, and that's how we'll help deliver a long-term workforce plan for the NHS and ensure everyone can get the care they need.
Let's come to the leader of the SNP, Ian Blackford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I congratulate the new Prime Minister on becoming the first British Asian to hold the office. The significance and the symbolism of this achievement is to be warmly welcomed by everyone. Mr. Speaker, yesterday on the steps of Downing Street, the new Prime Minister promised to bring, and I quote, compassion to the challenges that we face today. So, on his first full day in the job, let's put that to the test. A winter of uncertainty is coming, and next April we'll see a cliff edge moment. Millions face a double whammy as the energy price guarantee is cut off, while households are hit by austerity 2.0 and a real terms cut to social security benefits that many rely on to survive. If people are actually to trust the new Prime Minister's words about compassion, will he today reassure people and guarantee
to political visits? A combative response by the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in the Parliament.
Through COVID, I always acted in a way to protect the most vulnerable. That's because it is the right thing to do, and those are the values of our compassionate party. And I can absolutely reassure him and give him that commitment that we will continue to act like that in the weeks ahead.
Mr. Speaker, let's test that, because as Chancellor, the Prime Minister slashed universal credit and presided over the worst levels. Well, you know, tired of hearing on the Tory side, I might remind them that universal credit was cut by £20 a week and presided over the worst levels of poverty in Northwest Europe. So I hope that he has learned from his mistakes and guarantees that benefits will rise in line with inflation. But speaking of mistakes, yesterday the Prime Minister appointed a Home Secretary who was forced to resign only last week for breaching the ministerial code and who boasted that she dreamed of sending vulnerable asylum seekers to Rwanda. We all know why he appointed her, a sleazy backroom deal to shore up his own position. Far from being a fresh start, this is a return to the sleaze and scandal and ghosts of cabinets past. The Prime Minister promised to govern with integrity and humility. So if he has an ounce of either, will he admit his mistake and sack the Home Secretary without the delay?
Mr. Speaker, I was pleased to actually have a call last night with the First Minister of Scotland. It was important that I spoke to her on my first day in office because I wanted to express my desire to work constructively with the Scottish Government so that we can work together to deliver for the people of Scotland, and that is what I plan to do. And indeed, I hope crime is one of the things that we can collaborate on, because he will know that violent crime is rising in Scotland and police numbers are falling, whereas here we are increasing police numbers, Mr. Speaker. But I look forward to working with the Scottish Government on our shared challenges because I believe in a strong United Kingdom.
Dr. Andrew Mr. Speaker, what a pleasure it was to welcome the Prime Minister to my constituency in the summer. He will know one of the burning issues in my constituency is the proposed waste incinerator at Westbury. With the government rightly reviewing its air quality targets, can I ask my right honourable friend to signal his intent to continue promoting public health, net zero and the environment by placing a moratorium on any more unwanted, unnecessary, toxic waste burners?
Prime Minister. I can tell my honourable friend, I know he's been a vociferous campaigner on this issue as I learned over the summer. He'll know that local authorities determine these issues, but also to reassure him that all large incinerators in England must comply with strict emission limits and only receive permits if plants don't cause any damage to human health, and hopefully that is reassuring for him.
Caroline Lucas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister's reckless predecessor took a wrecking ball to nature, prompting millions of members of the RSPB, the National Trust and the Wildlife Trust to rise up in opposition. Yesterday, he promised to fix her mistakes as well as to uphold the party's 2019 manifesto. So if he is a man of his word, will he start by reversing the green light she gave to fracking, since it's categorically not been shown to be safe, and instead maintain the moratorium that was pledged in that very manifesto that he has promised to uphold?
Well, I've already said I stand by the manifesto on that, but what I would say is that I'm proud that this government has passed the landmark Environment Act, putting more protection for the natural environment than we've ever had, with a clear plan to deliver. And I can give the Honourable Lady my commitment that we will deliver on all those ambitions. We will deliver on what we said at COP, because we care deeply about passing our children an environment in better state than we found it ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would like to welcome the Prime Minister to his place. Farmers in my constituency of Clwyd South are delighted that after 20 years they are once more able to sell Welsh lamb to the US market. Would the Prime Minister comment on the size and prospects of this market for our world-beating Welsh lamb?
Mr. Speaker, I congratulate my colleague on the fantastic achievement. I can tell him that market is worth, I think, something like almost £40 million over the first few years. Enormous boost for our lamb farmers. I would just encourage the 300 million US consumers to give Yorkshire Swaledale a lamb a look in as well. But I know he and I, if we disagree on that, are united on the fact that we will unequivocally back British farming and British farmers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is...
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit. When I feel selected.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है. आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं.
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming elections.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है, ना जाति की है. इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है. इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी, तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा. आपको याद होगा, एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी. उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया. फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ. जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ. आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है. फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया. जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ. फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ. तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा. मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता है वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो. इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the election.
चीफ इलेक्टोरल ऑफिसर के पास कंप्लेंट के माध्यम से लिया था. जब वो विषय वहां प्रस्तुत करने के बाद भी उस पर किसी प्रकार की कार्यवाही नहीं हुई, तब हम बाध्य हुए हैं आज चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के पास प्रस्तुत होने के लिए. जहां तक उड़ीसा का विषय है, उड़ीसा में असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी नंबर 46 अर्थात धामनगर में जो बाई इलेक्शन चल रहा है, बीजू जनता दल का एक मॉडस ऑपरेंडाई शुरू से ही रहा है. जो प्रशासनिक अधिकारी हैं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनको एक तरफ से अपने पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता के रूप में इस्तेमाल करना, उनके माध्यम से पैसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कराना, उनके माध्यम से एल्योरमेंट, लालच इत्यादि दे करके चुनाव को अपने पक्ष में लेने का प्रयत्न करना, यह पुनः एक बार केवल हम आक्षेप लगा रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं है. मैं धन्यवाद करूंगा कि मीडिया के बंधुओं ने इसे अपने कैमरे तक में कैद कर लिया और आज ये एक तरह से एविडेंस बन के प्रस्तुत हुआ है. एक ऐसा वाकया सामने आया है जिस वाकया में आप देख सकते हैं एक महिला है जो कि गवर्नमेंट कर्मचारी है. वो CRS, ये जो कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स पर्सन CRP होता है, उसके पद में है. मैं तस्वीर भी उनकी दिखाऊंगा. उनके हाथ में नोटों की बंडल है और वो नोटों के बंडल को बांट रही है ये कहते हुए कि आप लोग कल हमारे कैंडिडेट के साथ पदयात्रा में थे, इसलिए ये पारितोषिक के रूप में बीजेडी ने पैसे भेजे हैं. और मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा मीडिया को कि मीडिया ने आप लोगों ने इसे कैद कर लिया था और इस कारण से ये एविडेंस के रूप में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भी और जनसाधारण ने भी इसे प्रस्तुत किया सीईओ ओडिशा के सामने। दुखद विषय है कि यह पाने के पश्चात भी सीईओ ओडिशा ने इसे अभी तक स्वीकार नहीं किया है। दूसरा वाकया जिसके विषय में आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी ने अभी बताया, यह भी मीडिया के कारण से पब्लिक डोमेन में आया। एक बहुत बड़े पंचायत के जनसभा में जहां पर वहां की मंत्री मौजूद थे और मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट राज्यसभा सुलता देव जी भी मौजूद थी, उन दोनों के मौजूदगी में एक बड़े बीजेडी के अधिकारी ने कहा कि नवीन सरकार ने कहा है, ये ऐलान किया है कि जिस पंचायत में जीत होगी, किसी प्रकार से भी अगर आप जीत दिलाएंगे इस इलेक्शन में, तो 1 करोड़ रुपया उस पंचायत को दिया जाएगा। और मीडिया ने तत्क्षणात उसे अपने कैमरे में कैद कर लिया और इसे एक एविडेंस के रूप में हमने वहां के सीईओ को प्रस्तुत किया। यह इतने हार्ड एविडेंस होने के बाद भी हमें दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि किसी प्रकार का एक्शन उड़ीसा में नहीं हुआ, बल्कि अभी सीईओ साहब ने वहां प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कहा है कि इसको हम फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे, उसके बाद हम कार्यवाही के विषय में सोचेंगे। अरे फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन होते होते तो इलेक्शन समाप्त हो जाएगा और जो लोग पैसा बांटने का काम कर रहे हैं, जो प्रलोभन के माध्यम से एक इलेक्शन को होने नहीं दे रहे हैं, वो इलेक्शन तो गुजर जाएगा। इसलिए ये सारे विषय को लेकर आज केंद्र इलेक्शन समिति के सामने भारतीय जनता पार्टी की यह टीम आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी के नेतृत्व में प्रस्तुत हुई थी और हमने बड़े ही कठोर रूप में इस विषय को रखा कि ये इलेक्शन के डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके पे हमला है। और आदरणीय राजीव जी, आदरणीय अनूप जी दोनों ने सुनने के पश्चात हमें ये आश्वस्त किया है कि इस विषय पर संज्ञान लिया जाएगा और इस विषय को आगे बढ़ाया जाएगा। ठीक उसी प्रकार तेलंगाना के विषय में भी 2-3 बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय हैं वहाँ के बाई इलेक्शन को लेकर। सबसे बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण विषय है कि इससे पहले भी तेलंगाना की यूनिट ने, आदरणीय ओम पाठक जी ने कंप्लेंट किया था कि लगभग 24,000 ऐसी बोगस वोट तेलंगाना के उस क्षेत्र में जहां बाईपोल हो रहा है वहां बनाए गए हैं। इलेक्शन कमीशन को धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने संज्ञान लेकर कुछ वोट्स को काटे थे, मगर जो बाकी 12,000 वोट भी थे उनमें भी कुछ ऐसे वोट्स हैं जिनको काटने की आवश्यकता है, जहां फ्रॉड की शंका है। इस पर भी कार्यवाही करने के लिए हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन से कहा है। ये पूरा विषय अब ओम पाठक जी आपको बताएंगे, मगर मैं आपको वो फोटो भी दिखाना चाहता हूं जिस फोटो में जो उड़ीसा के धामनगर के इलेक्शन में एक अधिकारी पैसा बांट रही है, ये आप देख सकते हैं। धामनगर के इलेक्शन में पैसा बांटने की प्रक्रिया इस फोटो में, और जो वीडियो हमने सबमिट किया है मीडिया का वीडियो, उसमें स्पष्ट रूप से दिख रहा है। आगे भी कई फोटो हैं जिसमें पैसे की गड्डी आप देख सकते हैं उस अधिकारी के हाथ में है और वो पैसा बांटने का काम कर रही है। तो इस प्रकार से पूरे विषय को हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन के सामने रखा है। धन्यवाद। ओम जी, तेलंगाना के विषय
मुनुगोड़ा के बारे में भी चर्चा हुई। तेलंगाना
Commission specifically around the Odisha bipole, and Shambhit Patra, and you also had Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Minister, there after meeting the Chief Election Commissioner, and they're still addressing the media. There's a live shot outside the Election Commissioner's frame. Let's go across and get you the headlines this hour. Race to Gujarat elections intensifies. Kejriwal rings in the gourds and notes card now. क्या कर रहे हो?
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के पॉलिटिक्स को देखा जाए तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ये हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है।
Coimbatore blast case unravels. Was there a larger conspiracy behind the blast? Details are disturbing. Stalin agrees to an NIA investigation. Annamalai, the leader who raised questions on the Stalin government, puts Tamil Nadu government in a spot, alleges a cover-up. He has the last word in this case. From satsangs to political visits, national outrage over parole for rapist Rahim, who questions the media, releases videos and then mocks the entire system. Newly appointed UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak faces his first test in the UK Parliament, takes questions on his policies. And a story broken by Republic TV this morning of Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, the Aam Aadmi Party convener, making a recommendation to the central government that they need to have photos of Lakshmi and Ganeshji on notes, saying that alongside Gandhiji, you should have gods on notes